Hello again. Today we're going to tie this Gammarus little olive scud. These are great little flies. I like fishing these. They work for trout, grayling. They're really good in the rivers actually. They'll also work very good in the sea for sea trout, mullet and bass. So anyway, we'll try not to waffle too much and we'll get on and tie it. In the vise is a size 12 heavyweight grub style hook in black, and you can see I've already put some lead on there. Now that's just foil lead, comes in a packet like that. It's got a backing to it which you peel off and it's sticky back. Now I've done one layer. Where's my little pointer? There he is. I've done one layer and now I've done another layer on it, but shorter, to give me the hump in the middle. And now it's just one more layer because I want this to be heavy. I want this to really get down deep quickly. So one more layer, probably one and a half times round or something like that. Now I'm using old scissors just to cut it. Just fold it in, and it gives you that lovely grub shape. Thread is Uni 60, sorry, in olive. I would prefer 80 actually, but I don't have it in this colour. We're just going to come over the lead, tie it in nicely. And now I'm going to come in with a partridge feather. This is just an olive partridge feather. I'm going to pull a fairly decent chunk actually of fibres off the stem of the feather. And I'm going to put these out the back. So I want these to be probably a body length out the back. So I'm going to come on, catch it, have a look. I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to lift them all up, come underneath them, and then lock them in. And then come in, snip the waist free. There we go. I'm just going to move this hook a little bit, that's better. Now, tie those in, come over the lead, and do the same in front. So I'm just going to use the same feather, I'm just going to use the other side. So I'm going to take a pinch again and do exactly the same thing. I'm going to take a measure off the other one, pinch in loop if it's struggling, and just whop them on there. Make sure they stay on the top, just like that. And there we go. I'm going to do a turn underneath, same as the front, and then I'm going to lock them in. Have a look. That's a little bit long for my liking, so it's easy to go back. We're just going to pull them in a bit. That's better. Keep them on the top, pull them back, tie them front, and then lock them in. Come in with your scissors, whoopsie daisy, and get rid of the waste. Whoops, wax my thread, tie them in, come back. And now we're going to tie in some body stretch. Now this is just a clear plastic, I suppose, rubbery plastic, clear sheet, something like that. And I'm just going to cut a taper into it. I'm going to come back up the shank a little bit. Whoops. I'm going to tie that in. Again, use a pinching loop if you're struggling, and tie it in back to where we tied the tail in. Wax the thread. Then we're going to come in with a silver wire. This is just like this is just like a medium silver wire, and I'm going to tie them all in together like that. And you can see building the lead up like I explained, it gives you a lovely shape. Now I'm going to come back down and we're going to tie in some dubbing. Now this is an olive seal's fur with some fox squirrel, some olive hair mask, and just a tiny bit of olive glister. It really is a tiny, tiny bit of olive glister, just to kind of give a hint of a little bit of flash. Get rid of that. Right, slide him up. Now you want to tie this on fairly loose, and you want to tie it on, you want to tie quite a lot on, because we're going to brush this all out. Whoops, just slipped on me. We're going to brush this all out. If that happens and the thread slips on you, just put a bit of wax on it. Oops, a daisy. So get some more dubbing on there, like that. I'm going to wind up. I'm going to wind back over. And we're going to come in and we're just going to put a incy wincy bit more. There we go. Slide that up. Think about your shape. Now, we're going to bring over the body stretch. We're going to catch that on. Just catch it with a turn, and then if you feel you need to tighten it up. Just have a look. I'm happy. Right. Now, really make sure you got wax. Pull it back. Couple of turns. Just make sure you got enough. Make sure you got enough room to tie the fly off. You know, don't crowd the eye. It is easy to do in flies like this. Come in. Snip it free. Reinforce your wax. Whoops, a bit of a glister fibre there getting in my way. There we go. Really, really tighten down. You know, you don't have to be shy of a head on these flies. They are pretty big. Right, now come round with a wire. And we're just going to go over the top and try and keep that body stretch right on top. So how I do that is I come over fairly loosely with, you know, hardly any tension at all. And then when I get to this position, I pull straight down. That tightens it up, and it tends not to allow that material to go around. Bring it up, catch it off. Make sure you got wax. Put the wire back, tie back, and then wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. As you can see, well, there's wire everywhere. I don't take it off the spool. I don't cut a bit off the spool. It's more economical to do that. Now, have a look. Yep, I'm happy with that. So what we're going to do is tie another little tiny bit of dubbing in, and then just whip finish straight there. And the dubbing's really, we're just going to kind of hide the head a little bit. But like I said, you don't have to be worried about the size of the head on a Gammarus or a shrimp type pattern, because they do have quite large heads if you look at one. Come in with your whip finish tool. As you can see, I put varnish on the thread. 3 or 4's plenty. Tighten it all up. Trim. And have a look. Let's just move this up a little bit in the vise. There we go. Have a look. I'm happy with that. Now we're going to come in with a brush. This is just a wire. It's like a wire pipe cleaner, but it makes a brilliant dubbing brush. And just get in there and rocks it all up. Pull it all down with the dubbing brush. Get all them fibres out. Get it all looking really, really shrimpy. And there we go. I am happy with that. So lastly, what I do is I take a permanent marker, and this is just a pro marker. These are really good because you get a nice pointy end and you get a nice big fat end. So depending on what you're doing, these are great pens and they're waterproof. So this is olive, and I'm just going to go over the shell back. Just go over the shell back. Don't worry about if you get pen on the dubbing. Hey ho, it's olive anyway, so I don't mind. Oh, pardon me. We get that on there. And there's the fly. The only thing I would do is put a little bit of varnish on my dubbing needle and just pop it on top, over the top of that body stretch. Get the varnish all the way round onto the body stretch like that. And what this does is it just helps. It helps to bring a bit of shine to it actually when it's in the water. So as long as we cover it, let's have a look. You can see I'm being fussy, always be fussy. There you go. I'm happy with that. There's your legs all springing out everywhere. There's one fibre up here that I don't quite like. Tweak, gone. And there we have it. There is your olive Gammarus or olive scud. Great, absolutely great flies. So, once again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. I know I always say that and it's like same old, but it really does help me if you subscribe to the channel. It helps me to make more videos. It inspires me to make more videos as well. You know, any comments, please feel free to write any comments. And once again, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.